up on Vegas Nation Blitz. With the bye week behind them, the Silver and Black are eyes forward, looking to finish the season strong.
Really looking forward to come home and play in front of our fans and to get in the stadium, get in the Allegiant, and get this thing cooking.
We go over some roster changes for the Raiders this week as they welcome back a familiar face to the practice field. An old friend reunited with Coach Pete Carroll and Geno Smith.
I played with Pete for 9 years, so I understand his system. I understand what he's trying to bring to the culture, and just thankful that I got another chance just to be able to play for him.
Time to get ready for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Vegas Nation Blitz starts right now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
Really looking forward to come home and play in front of our fans and to get in the stadium, get in the Allegiant, and get this thing cooking. Our last experience in there was one that we enjoyed thoroughly, and we'd like to build on that and get going. That's going to take a lot from us to put together a good week and a game that we can get in the win column. We need that badly, so we're very determined.
Hello and welcome into Vegas Nation Blitz for Week 9. I'm your host, Heidi Fang, filling in for Dominic Lavoie. So with the bye week over, the Raiders season resumes. And to get things started, we check in with Raiders beat writer Vinny Bonsignore to get his top stories.
Appreciate it, Heidi. Well, a welcome sight for the Raiders and for their fans. Brock Bowers, their young tight end, one of the most dominant players in the NFL, was back in action on Wednesday when the Raiders got back to work in preparation for their game Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars off of their bye week. Remember, Brock Bowers has missed the last 3 games with the knee injury, and really the couple of games that he had played with the knee injury, he was not close to himself. If you want to see Brock Bowers in full force, you got to go all the way back to the season opener against the New England Patriots when he went for over 100 yards. That's the Brock Bowers that the Raiders know and the Raiders love, and the Raiders really need to get this offense back on track. Well, it sounds like he's close to being back to that Brock Bowers, at least in terms of his health and his effectiveness. Pete Carroll, Raiders coach, telling us that in the 2 practices during the bye week, Brock Bowers was kind of still in the show, which he normally does in practice, but he isn't able to do when he's not healthy. Well, he looks like he's healthy now, and that's going to make a big difference, or should make a big difference in the game against the Jacksonville Jaguars and moving forward. Remember, the Raiders' best offensive performance was with the healthy Brock Bowers. I'm not sitting here saying that they're going to win a bunch of games, but the offense is probably going to look a lot different, maybe a lot better with Brock Bowers in it. Certainly not the second worst offense in the NFL, averaging just over 14 points per game. That's not going to get it done. They need Brock Bowers. It looks like they're getting him back and back at 100% or close to 100% in time for Sunday's game against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, now for some additional storylines this week. Tyler Lockett is reuniting with Coach Carroll and Geno Smith in Vegas. The veteran wideout played in Seattle under Coach Carroll for 9 of his 10 years as a Seahawk, also catching passes several seasons from Geno Smith. Lockett landed in Vegas after spending the first portion of this season with the Tennessee Titans, catching 10 passes for 70 yards, before asking for his release. Lockett on Monday explaining how the Raiders came to be the free agent's destination.
I think it was just conversations with my agent, and obviously once I was able to get released and the time went by on waivers, I was able to kind of talk to Pete, and I think it was pretty cool just to be able to have a chance to come back. Like, obviously I played with Pete for 9 years, so I understand his system, I understand what he's trying to bring to the culture, and just thankful that I got another chance just to be able to play for him.
Now, we already mentioned Lockett caught passes from Geno Smith before, but under a new offense led by Chip Kelly and in the middle of the season, learning the playbook might be a challenge. But for Lockett, the familiarity with Geno should help.
We grew so much just being able to play. We went through different coordinators, learned different systems, understood how to adjust our game, but still being able to build. And so it's been pretty fun just to be able to come back, kind of trying to pick up where we missed off. And it's cool not being able to have to go somewhere else where you don't always have to try to figure out how to play with somebody in the middle of the season. It's like we already had that chemistry, and so we can continue to go from there.
Now, Tyler Lockett hitting the practice field wasn't the only big news around the Silver and Black this week. Lonnie Johnson Jr. made his much-anticipated return to practice on Monday. Johnson broke his fibula during the mock game at Allegiant Stadium way back in August and has sat out since. Johnson spoke to the media about his emotions as he returns to the field.
Man, it feels real good, man. It's been a long 2 months, man. I gotta thank God, though, so thank God. my incredible wife, you know what I'm saying, and my support system helped me get back. The doctor said that a lot of people don't come back in the same season with this injury, but, you know, I just put my head down and just got to work, man. It was only one focus to get back.
Johnson also discussed the recovery process from his injury.
Man, it was a long road. Like I said, man, without God, I got strong in my faith during this time, man. My wife was very supportive the whole time, the whole way. And then these guys, man, we were just pushing each other to get back. I had one goal in the beginning. That was to come in and just prove what I can do. And still got 9 games to do that.
And to check in on some more injury updates, let's look at the practice report from this week so far. Defensive linemen Max Crosby and Adam Butler were both held out of practice on Wednesday as they worked through back issues. Lonnie Johnson, who we touched on, worked out on a limited basis, and star tight end Brock Bowers a full participant as he makes his return from a knee injury, along with safety Isaiah Polamau, plus Jacoby Myers and Aiden O'Connell participating in full on Wednesday. With all of that out of the way, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Adam Hill joins the show to give us his fast takes, and I share my one thing on my mind leading up to the Jacksonville game. Stick around.
DNR House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler. We specialize in natural and lab-grown loose diamonds, engagement rings, and custom design. If you're looking for lab-grown diamonds, we have one of the largest selections at the best prices in Las Vegas. We make luxury affordable every day.
Welcome back to Vegas Nation Blitz. Coming out of the bye week for the Raiders, there's one thing on my mind. Okay, so it's week 9 of the NFL season, and though the Silver and Black only have 2 wins on the season, there's still a chance they can make the playoffs. Playoffs? Yes, I'm saying there's a chance. Currently, it's only a 2% chance per NFL.com's numbers. However, no teams, not even the 1-win Jets, Saints, or Titans, are eliminated from contention just yet. Here's a look of what the playoffs would look like if it ended today, with the division leaders on the left column, and on the right, the wild card hopefuls, with all of the other teams in the AFC West making it in, along with Jacksonville on the bubble. Obviously, there are a ton of issues that this team needs to work out, starting with being on the field longer than 17 minutes, having an offense output that's over 100 total yards, scoring touchdowns, third down conversions, all of those things the Raiders could not do in Week 7 against the Chiefs. But Jacksonville comes into this one after back-to-back losses, and they only put up 12 and 7 points in their last 2 games, respectively. To top it off, key players returning from injuries this week could be huge. There may be a very small glimmer of hope for the Raiders, so yeah, I'm saying there's a chance, and that's one thing I'm watching this Sunday. Now to wrap things up, we send it over to our NFL columnist for his fast takes, fresh out of the bye week.
It's Adam Hill, and it's time for your fast takes. It's a weird time in the schedule for the Raiders, and a very big time, actually, when you look at the schedule as a whole. The Raiders are coming off a bye week. They should be refreshed, rejuvenated, healthy. Brock Bowers is back. Jacoby Myers could be back, depending on if he's on the team or not. You've got guys like Aiden O'Connell practicing again, Lonnie Johnson practicing again, so they're getting healthy, and it's at a good time. They've got a very, very winnable home game. As bad as it's been for the Raiders, they could win this game against the Jaguars, go to 3-5, and then come right back just 5 days later and play the Broncos in a divisional game on the road. You can win that, you're right back in the mix of things. You could easily also lose those 2 games in a row over 5 days, and then the season is essentially over. You start talking about the future, playing the younger guys. And then after that Broncos game, you've got another mini bye, 10 days off between that and a Monday night game against Dallas. So a very weird scheduling quirk for the Raiders over the next month. They can really change their season's fortunes or continue this slide and have things completely fall apart over this stretch of days. It's an interesting one to watch, and one the players are already talking about. What are they going to practice? What are they going to do next week with only a couple days between practice? And then after that, with 10 days off, how do you handle that? The coaches will determine if you change some strategies up, give guys less reps in games, things like that. But it's a big stretch of games here coming up for the Raiders.
And that'll do it here for Vegas Nation Blitz. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to return this Saturday for Vegas Nation Game Day to get set for the Jaguars game. Plus, to hold you over until then, make sure to follow us on social media at Vegas Nation or follow along on the web at vegasnation.com. And tune in to the Vegas Nation First and 10 podcast on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Now, once again, thank you for hanging with us. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by DNR House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.